So welcome back to the Let's Play Satisfactory. My name is Gevar and we're about to build the next construction assembly line on the level half above our first floor. It will still use the same sorting system from the base level, so I mean this one over here, because we've got so much space. So yeah, let's climb the staircase, and also the staircases are something we need to consider in the near future. I think this one is perfect, but the other ones are not. So yeah, this is like that, and I believe this is the right floor to be in. So let's start with the floors. We need to recreate the whole stuff over here. Let's start with the input walls over here. And the thing to consider is also the height. So the height we are aiming for is 3 stories high. So we shouldn't be placing any constructors in the lower part of my assembly line. Yeah, this is as wide as we will be getting with our assemblers and so on. So now let's find how deep can we... Oh, this one shouldn't be here. Yeah, this was the whole purpose of this structure over here. Like this, and I think I need one more. Like this. And now we need floors up until the end. Are we there yet? Yeah. Yeah, this is it. So let's build up until these walls over there. I'm not sure if we've got enough concrete. So as you can see, the whole factory takes quite a lot of materials. And yeah, so I was speaking about the set of small factories. So they could be specialized. We could make some central hub with storage containers, but really what this idea focus about is to just get the right materials to the right place use the cars or trains to make them to their destination, and yeah, produce the stuff on place. So for example, the good example is my power plant. I just mine the coal and use it right away on the place. So if I will later on have some new metals, I might mine them and build some smelters or foundries and build them just in the place they are needed. Yeah. So the thing to remember on every floor, where have I put this one? And there will be some surprises later on. So yeah, is to I have to remember to make the power lines get to the next floors. So yeah, this is quite important. And the other thing to consider is the next new thing I've learned is the fact that there are alternative power poles and power solutions later in the tech tree. But since we are not progressing that much from the moment we have left our first factory, it might take a while. So there are power poles that operate with more of cables. So this is one thing. There are also walls that connect to the power lines. So yeah, we need our power lines somewhere. This is the power pole we will be working with. Let me think. I don't think I need any power on this lower level, so let's get the power, let's say, over here. So let's place the pole over here, and let's line it up with pole like this. And now we could place a walls, if I'm correct. Also, let's make this like a gate. Let's make the doors. Come on, baby, light my fire. Like this. And that. Now we could make the wall, because we don't need no education. No dark sarcasm in the classroom. Yeah, so this is it. I think I would rather prefer the thinner ceiling. over here. We need a little higher walls like this to place these foundations like that. So yeah, and now let's place the ceilings all the way to the end. But in the end it doesn't really matter. Can I place the ramps? Yeah, it's quite easy to do this. And we are soon, will be soon out of concrete. I'm gonna get my gold on the ceiling. Let me check something. Yeah. Also, I've got to remember about the output from this factory. So let's take care of that right now, so I won't forget it later on. So the output should go through here. I don't know how many things we will be producing, but I guess this much should be enough. Let's make it 3 level high, because this is the height we are aiming for. Let's sort the materials. Let's see, we are almost out of the concrete, so let's spend it all right now and go get some more. So I really do enjoy shaping the building. It doesn't do much in the production department, but it makes me feel that the building is complete. So before I'll get to the back to the second level, I think I just put walls on this level. Also, another thing I've learned about is the fact that there are lights available. So yeah, you could later on put some lights and make your factory shine bright like a diamond. Let's grab some concrete. I think I'm good on other materials. I might take the rest of the rods, but yeah, we need more concrete. This is such a beautiful solution. I'm so happy that I've seen this in the other player's screenshot. I don't know who you are, I can't remember, but thank you. Also, not only the person who shared the screenshot, I assume there is a high chance he saw it in another person's solution. So I would like to thank all the people in the chain of this idea network. Yeah, let's share the ideas. I would like to thank the creators of this interweb that let us spread thoughts and ideas, and pictures of cats if you live in early 2000s. And the question is, can I have a cheeseburger? Let's place the walls. Maybe we should do this from the outside and enjoy the view on this beautiful lake we almost completely covered with this industrial beauty. So I'm kind of paranoid of me falling down. But luckily there is a water underneath, so the worst that could happen, the fact that we will have a little trip back to our factory. I would also like to point the fact that for this factory to be constructed, there haven't been much vegetation taken off. We are building over the desert. I know there is a fragile ecosystem living here, but not anymore. Yeah, I will have to modify this. The ramps should start a little bit further away. So yeah, we need to dismantle all the ramps. Place. No, I knew there was something off. Yeah, yesterday I played the board game called Endeavor, Age of Sail, which is really great, and if you enjoy the age of exploration slash the imperialism or trading board games, you should really check it out. So one of the main themes of the game is the fact that you are colonizing different continents, and one of the continents you could colonize with the superior. Yeah, I won't go into this. It was supposed to be a joke, but yeah, everybody knows what happened to PewDiePie. Yeah, so if you'd like to colonize the Africa, every time that happened, there was someone human Toto Africa. So yeah, something I wanted to share. Speaking of share, do you believe a life after love? After somewhat tedious work I've done with this delivery chain, I really do enjoy somewhat chaotic approach I'm taking right now and doing just what the heart tells me to. Let's make it a balcony, some kind of, no, not really, because there is a hole over there, so I could place the doors over here. The doors like this, and here we could make the gate and the wall. So yeah, and I was up to making the walls around here. See, I do remember some stuff I was planning. Also, I'm very tempted to play with these pathways. Yeah, I really would prefer to plan them ahead, so they won't be this entangled set of random pathways I have in my home base. One day I will go back there and rearrange all of these. Okay. So there are few ideas I have what I could do with my second floor. Speaking of the devil, let's make it like use this one, and I could either climb half level up or descend half level down. So let's try it like this, and can I fit a belt over here? I could if I need to, I think. Just don't click. So yeah, this one, but it will have to wait a little. So yeah, and there are a few ways we could approach this assembly line on the second floor. First question is, what do we want to produce here? So from the lower tier materials there is still all the bio stuff we could make, but I don't really need this to be mass produced just yet. So I think I will make some screws, make some reinforced plates, cables, yeah, because this is the stuff we are not yet making. So yeah, so to create yeah, let's put, so this one will be the path, walking path, this will be the input. So let's place a constructor of any kind. Do I have any materials on me? I do. So let's place one over here. And see what else can we produce. We don't have our cables biomass, but that's not the priority. We could make the wire from iron. So yeah, cables, screws, and later steel beams, but this is the higher tier stuff we don't need yet. But the screws are something that we will need to produce en masse. Okay, so this is the constructors, and from the assemblers, yeah, because I don't need the rebars that much. So let's take the screws and see how it takes 15 iron rods per minute. We will also need some assemblers, so let's place one anywhere. Oh, I do need some rotors and frames to do this. So you know what, this is the good excuse to have a trip and take some advanced materials from our home base. And I do have reinforced plates, but yeah, let's just don't bother with leaving stuff we are having with us. I just will take a walk back home. I don't want to use my car, so let's use the shortcut. I believe taking a walk with this shortcut is almost as long as make it through with the car. And while we are here, I would really like to rebuild the stuff. This part is, I think, okay, but that part over there is ugly as something really ugly. So first thing, I am not going to use this at all. Let's just leave the this pole for oh, I could use my also I will need to rebuild this one. Can I connect these two? Oh, it's too long, so let's make it like this. Okay. Now I need some access point to this staircase I've created earlier. So since it's going this way, let's make some use of this ugly structure. We need to climb up a little. Like this. There is an ore, but I think we could squeeze the miner later on, and if not, it won't take that much effort to rebuild this one. So yeah. We were to grab some rotors and frames. So they are up on the highest level. So those are the plates, so it's just... oh, this is not the one. Let's just restock. Let's grab some frames and rotors. Yeah. And let's head back home. Yeah, it took about the same time it takes me for using the car. Let's make it more beautiful. Yeah, our new factory is shaping. It's taking some shape. I'm not sure how which verb will be appropriate. Since we are outside, let's build some support poles and also take a look underneath our factory if it looks as ugly as I'm afraid. It's not that bad. I could probably make a pole somewhere over here, like this. Can I get underneath and don't die? Yeah. Now, yeah, the supporters up until the ramp are good. So let's make some in this thin and wide area over here. I would say I'll place one over here. I would love them to snap underneath. Yeah, like this. I was about to give up on this idea. Like this. Then maybe somewhere over here. Let's place another one like this. One, two, three, and another one. Dum, 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 dum. Actually, let's place it like this. Yeah, it's just about right. So what were we up to? Also, I can see something I don't like that much. We were up to make some assemblers. And yeah, since we are here, let's have a look at our output of different kind of materials. So we've got 2 plates factories and I believe 4 rods factories. Yeah. Okay. So just to confirm. So yeah, we will need some screws, we will need some more advanced stuff. So let's place the assembler. Like this. So I will focus on reinforced plates. I could make them without screws, which seems to be a good idea. Rotors and frames. So yeah, let's take a look at the input and make some notes. Rods. Cables and okay, so yeah, we've got 2 plates production constructors which produce us a total 30 per minute plates, and we probably need to leave some for the reserve. We also have 4 rod production, which in total produces us 60 per minute rods, but we will need to save some for construction purposes. We do have 2 wire constructors which produces us 90 per minute, so that's quite a lot, and also we need to save something for the future reference. So this is our materials we already producing. We will need to create some cables which takes 30 wires per minute to be fully operational. We will create some screws which takes 15 rods per minute and create 90 rods per minute, 90 screws. And so this is our construction material. Let's just take a quick peek on the advanced materials. This will use steel in so we are not producing any steel, and steel this takes steel as well, so I am not producing any steel right now, so don't bother with this right now. So the rotors, it's 18 rods and 22 screws. Okay. I'm not gonna do the exact math, but I want to have some reserve. Frames takes 12 reinforced plates per minute and 24 rods. So yeah, and reinforced plates could either use the screws, which they eat like crazy, but I think I will use this recipe, which uses 15 plates and 75 wire. That's a lot of wire, but yeah, I think, and create 7.5 plates per minute. So actually we might be short on wires, or our frame construction could be a little bit hindered. So the alternative is to take 120 screws per minute and 20 plates per minute. No, let's stick to this alternative. So we will be producing 7.5 reinforced plates per minute with one assembler. If I would like to double it, I will need to create more regular plates and more wires, because it will consume them like crazy. And let's take on. So if I make it double, I will need at least two more wire production, and I will need at least one more plate production. So yeah, this is the stuff we will need to create on the first floor later on. So I will create two of these, one frame. So on the rods, if I create one rotor and one frame production, I will consume, let's count the screws first. So the output is 90. It should be more than enough with only one screw factory. So our rods consumption would be about 40-45, which is okay. So yeah. So, and the cables, well, okay. So I will make one screws assembler, one cables assembler, and the only double will be I need one of this. I need more plates production and more wires production. So 4 assemblers, 2 constructors, and I will need at least plus 3 constructors from the lower tier materials. Yeah, so I definitely need 4 assemblers and 5 constructors. So yeah, this is the things we will be doing over here. I think I could start with the assemblers over here, and I will need 4 of these beauties. I probably need some space for the output for them, so yeah, the assembler takes quite a lot of space. Who would guess it? 1, 2, 3, and 4, and they will take in plates, wires, rods, reinforced plates and screws, so 5 different kind of materials. So yeah, let's stack 5 splitters. I think I will stack them over here. 1, 2. Oops, this might be too close. So maybe instead stack them over here. Or even here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And can I fit 5? Barely, but yeah. Also, this will be quite challenging to fit all this stuff, moving from here to there without intercepting the ceiling. Can I remove this one? It looks so. So let's do this. It will give me a little bit more workspace. Same goes to here. Yeah. So yeah, this assembler will create stitched iron plates. The same will go to the next one, and I'm not sure how. I believe this is as close as they can get. It looks like I have this. Can I fit a little bit more? Let's place the assembler with the output here. Yeah, there's a little bit more space to be saved. And also these assemblers will be a good test for the efficiency of my sorting solution. So yeah, another stitched iron plate. Now let's make the frames and the rotors. So you might remember from my first factory that sorting the stuff that come into the assemblers was quite a challenge for me, and this time around I expect no such problems. So now we need at least 5 constructors, but maybe let's make it 6. I might be mistaken on the rods. Or the plates. Yeah, 6 constructors at least. and maybe 2 more later. So let's make it 8. 8 constructors. Can I fit them? Over here is one space and leave 2 in between. Yeah, I could easily fit 8 constructors. Let's 2, 3 and 4. I could even fit more, but actually let's move them one step further, one step closer. And we will probably have to increase the input of both copper and the iron. Plus smelters for these. So after we will create this assembly line over here, this will be our priority, which could be quite interesting because we will need to go and explore a little bit. I think I gonna put them like this. 2, 3 and 4. And the same should go over here. Let's move it back one step. One, 2, 3 and 4. So yeah, I need 1 screws factory, 1 cables factory, 2 additional wire constructors, and 1 additional plate and 1 additional rods. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. But I will probably make plates and rods each +2 each. So I'm thinking about moving all the plates and rods production downstairs and moving all the wire production upstairs. So let's make this line over here the wire production, like this. And let's go downstairs and disable our wire production, which goes over there, and replace it with plates and rods. So the wires are almost set. Now let's disable this. Let's just stand by for a minute. so all the wires could go out. Yeah, I'm closing to hours gameplay. So yeah. So here's my rods factory, and I need 2 more rod production and 2 more plates. So let's make the plates first. Let's disable the input of the copper like this. Actually, let's turn on the constructors for a while, so they will make use of this copper over here. That's on the lane. So let's wait for a little bit, and there will be 2 more iron plates production over here. So it will be quite easy to fix. We just need to disable the copper output from here. So once we will be good. So actually let's cut this line over here, so I could put the copper I have on me into this once this will run dry. And actually I could fit another only 1 constructor over here. How many plates do I need? +1, so I will create 15 more. I would prefer 2. So yeah. Okay. This is emptying out, so yeah, we could soon fill this stuff with our copper, so nothing will go to waste. I can't fit. Oh, the rod production is stuck, and soon they will be heavily used. So actually I don't need the 2nd level over here, because all of these will be the iron production. So there's no copper over here. Let's put some one more. But yeah, soon I will be putting a cut. So this one should go over here. This one is almost empty as well. And we could make it produce more plates soon enough. 2 more, 1 more. this. So yeah, you can just see the way how this system is quite modular. I can switch the production of different constructors quite easy. So yeah, this is like the highlight of this episode. So yeah, I'm kind of proud of this system. I am aware that there are some smart people out there that might have even better systems, but this is mine. And yeah. Later on I'll switch it to the iron plates. So yeah, I've created 4 wire thingies. Let's make the splitters, mergers over here, so we will have something done. So let's start with while we are waiting to these constructors to empty. So this is my wire product. No, this is my mixed production. So yeah, I don't know how many splitters I will need. This is my wire production. So let's make the splitters like this. And the last one over here. Also, let's make the mergers over here. I wonder if they will stick together or not. Yeah, luckily they are not. So yeah, I need some mergers in front of this, so they won't be perfectly lined up with those splitters, but I don't mind it. Like this. And now the splitters, they are just in front of the second input, are they? Yeah. Like this. Is it lined up? Yeah. 4 of these on top of each other. And mergers on the other side, also 4 of these. And let's make them I believe this is the right distance, so we could use lifts for the higher again. Let's try it out with this lift. And will they connect? They won't. Also, I believe this is off. And this is off. So let's place the merger in front of this. I don't know why it lets me so the single line or the double line. Maybe let's make it like this. No, let's keep it like this. And let's see if it will connect this time. It doesn't. Not the splitter, but the merger. Like this. Yeah. And we will worry about the stuff later, because we are putting cut in here. So yeah, have a great day and see you next time.